Fear and anxiety are universal experiences that touch every corner of life. They can feel overwhelming, dictating our decisions and robbing us of inner peace. But what if you could face them with calm, clarity, and control? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism provides timeless strategies to navigate life's uncertainties and challenges. In today's fast-paced and unpredictable world, these tools are more relevant than ever. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not control external events, we have complete power over how we respond to them. This simple yet profound shift in mindset can transform fear into courage and anxiety into resilience. In this guide, we'll uncover 7 actionable Stoic principles to help you build confidence, reduce worry, and find strength in the face of uncertainty. Whether you're seeking to overcome personal challenges, professional setbacks, or the unexpected twists of life, these strategies will empower you to reclaim your peace of mind and lead with purpose. Don't miss out on more life-changing insights. Subscribe to the Stoic Code channel today and start mastering your mind with the wisdom of the ancients. Together, we'll unlock the tools to live a fearless and fulfilling life. 1. Focus on what you can control. Life is full of uncertainties, but not everything demands your attention. According to Stoic philosophy, the key to peace is distinguishing between what you can and cannot control. Imagine standing in a storm. You cannot stop the rain, but you can choose to carry an umbrella or dance in the downpour. The Stoics remind us that our thoughts, actions, and responses are within our control. Instead of fretting over external circumstances, such as other people's opinions, the economy, or unpredictable events, focus on mastering your own mind. Each time you shift your energy toward what you can influence, you take a step closer to freedom. For example, if you're facing a difficult situation at work, worrying about the outcome won't help. Instead, concentrate on doing your best and preparing for any scenario. By releasing the illusion of control over external forces, you free yourself from unnecessary anxiety. This mindset doesn't just make life easier, it makes you unstoppable. 2. Turn obstacles into opportunities. When challenges arise, it's easy to feel defeated. But Stoics believe that obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As Marcus Aurelius put it, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Consider a time you faced rejection or failure. While painful in the moment, it likely taught you valuable lessons that shaped your future. Stoicism encourages us to embrace these moments as gifts. When life says no, ask yourself how you can turn that no into a new direction. For instance, if you lose a job, instead of dwelling on the loss, look at it as a chance to pursue a career more aligned with your values. Obstacles push us out of our comfort zones and into the realm of possibility. The key is to approach every challenge with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization, also known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, is one of the most practical exercises in Stoicism. It involves imagining worst-case scenarios in advance so that you can prepare for them emotionally and mentally. This practice might sound grim, but it's a powerful way to build resilience and deepen gratitude. To begin, think of something you value in your life, a loved one, a cherished possession, or even your health. Now imagine what life would be like if you lost it. This isn't meant to make you sad, but to sharpen your awareness of its value. When you return to reality, you'll likely feel a greater sense of appreciation for what you have. For instance, consider the simplicity of running water or your ability to walk without pain. Imagining life without these conveniences highlights how fortunate you are right now. Beyond fostering gratitude, negative visualization helps diminish fear of the unknown. By mentally rehearsing challenges, you prepare yourself for potential hardships. For example, if you visualize losing a job, you can mentally map out how you would handle it, updating your resume, reaching out to contacts, or even exploring new career paths. This readiness can turn a daunting situation into a manageable one. It's important to note that negative visualization isn't about dwelling on misfortune or becoming pessimistic. Instead, it's about tempering expectations and grounding yourself in reality. The Stoics believed that much of our suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our unpreparedness for them. By proactively considering potential difficulties, you reduce their emotional impact. This practice also cultivates detachment from external things, making you less vulnerable to their loss. When you imagine life without material possessions or societal status, you realize these are not essential for happiness. As Seneca wrote, "He who is prepared for the worst hopes for the best, but is unafraid of the worst." To incorporate negative visualization into your life, set aside a few minutes daily or weekly to reflect. Consider relationships, possessions, or circumstances, and imagine their absence. Then return to the present moment with heightened appreciation and a calmer perspective. Over time, you'll develop a profound sense of resilience and gratitude, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and strength. 4. Control your perception. One of the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy is the understanding that events themselves are neutral. It is our perception of them that gives them meaning. As Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset teaches us to take control of our perceptions and respond to life's challenges with clarity and composure. Imagine a sudden downpour ruins your outdoor plans. For many, the initial reaction might be frustration or disappointment. But what if you reframed the situation? Instead of seeing it as a ruined day, consider it an opportunity to enjoy a cozy afternoon indoors or to appreciate the rain's role in nourishing the earth. This shift in perspective changes the entire experience. By choosing how you interpret the event, you reclaim your emotional state. Controlling perception is especially powerful in high-stress or emotionally charged situations. Suppose you receive harsh criticism at work. An uncontrolled reaction might involve anger, self-doubt, or defensiveness. However, a Stoic approach encourages you to pause and ask, "Is this criticism valid? If so, how can I learn from it? If not, why should it affect me?" This detachment allows you to process feedback constructively, maintaining your composure and focus. The Stoics emphasize that while external events are beyond our control, our perceptions are entirely within our power. This understanding fosters a sense of invincibility. If your perception remains steady, external forces cannot shake your peace of mind. Marcus Aurelius illustrated this principle beautifully. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. To practice controlling your perception, begin by observing your thoughts throughout the day. When faced with a challenging situation, pause and ask yourself, what am I adding to this event through my interpretation? Often, you'll notice that the stress or frustration stems not from the event itself, but from your reaction to it. Over time, this awareness transforms how you engage with the world. You'll find yourself less reactive and more thoughtful, able to approach life's ups and downs with equanimity. Whether you're facing a minor inconvenience or a major setback, controlling your perception empowers you to choose a path of resilience, understanding, and inner peace. This skill not only reduces unnecessary suffering, but also enriches your daily experiences by helping you focus on what truly matters. 5. Focus on what you can control. In a world filled with uncertainties, the Stoic practice of focusing on what you can control provides a sense of stability and empowerment. The Stoics divided life into two domains: what is within our control and what is not. By learning to discern the difference, we can direct our energy wisely and avoid unnecessary stress. Consider a common scenario: being stuck in traffic. The external situation, the traffic itself, is entirely out of your control. However, your response to it is within your power. You can choose to fume with frustration, or use the time to listen to an audiobook, practice mindfulness, or simply reflect on your day. By shifting your focus to what you can control, you transform the experience into something productive, or, at the very least, less aggravating. This principle extends to every aspect of life. Your actions, thoughts, and attitudes fall within your sphere of control, while other people's opinions, decisions, or external circumstances do not. Worrying about things outside your control is not only unproductive, but also drains your mental and emotional energy. Instead, channel that energy into areas where you can make a difference. Focusing on what you can control also helps manage anxiety. Many of our fears stem from uncertainty about the future, situations we cannot predict or influence. The Stoics teach us to let go of this futile worry. As Epictetus advised, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. To integrate this practice into your life, start by listing your concerns. For each one, ask, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is yes, identify specific actions you can take. If the answer is no, consciously choose to release it. This simple exercise trains your mind to focus on the actionable and let go of the uncontrollable. Ultimately, this mindset brings freedom. By aligning your efforts with what you can control, you create a sense of purpose and reduce frustration. Whether you're pursuing a goal, navigating a conflict, or facing uncertainty, this Stoic principle serves as a compass, guiding you toward a calmer, more centered life. 6. Embrace adversity as a teacher. Stoicism teaches us that hardship and adversity are not to be feared but embraced, as they offer valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. This perspective shifts how we view challenges, transforming them from obstacles into catalysts for personal development. The Stoics believed that life's difficulties are an essential part of the human experience, and that we should approach them with curiosity and resilience rather than dread or avoidance. The notion of adversity as a teacher is rooted in the idea that the only way to truly test and strengthen our character is through facing difficulties. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that every obstacle, no matter how daunting, can become a path toward greater strength, wisdom, and inner peace. Instead of allowing challenges to overwhelm us, we can view them as opportunities to practice virtues such as patience, courage, and perseverance. For example, imagine you are dealing with a difficult project at work. The pressure is mounting, and it seems like every decision you make leads to more complications. The typical reaction might be to get frustrated, discouraged, or to feel defeated. However, the Stoic approach would be to view the project as a test of your ability to remain calm under pressure, to think critically, and to adapt to changing circumstances. By focusing on what you can control and maintaining a steady, composed mindset, you not only improve your skills, but also build resilience for future challenges. Embracing adversity also encourages us to become less attached to comfort and certainty. In a world that often promotes the pursuit of ease and instant gratification, the Stoics remind us that true growth comes from pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones. By stepping into discomfort willingly, we develop a sense of inner strength that can withstand any storm. Furthermore, adversity teaches us humility and the importance of perspective. When life becomes challenging, it's easy to fall into self-pity or to view ourselves as victims of circumstance. Stoicism invites us to shift this perspective by recognizing that struggles are a universal part of life. Everyone faces adversity, and how we respond to it determines our character. Rather than seeing ourselves as helpless, we can choose to see ourselves as active participants in our growth, learning from every setback. To incorporate this into your life, start by viewing your current challenges as opportunities to learn. Whether it's a difficult relationship, a health issue, or a financial setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Then, take deliberate steps to grow through the situation. This mindset will help you cultivate resilience and foster a deeper sense of gratitude for the lessons adversity provides. By embracing adversity as a teacher, we transform life's difficulties into stepping stones toward becoming the best versions of ourselves. Through hardship, we gain clarity, strength, and wisdom, qualities that remain with us long after the storm has passed. 7. Practice gratitude and acceptance. In our fast-paced, material-driven world, it's easy to overlook the simple joys and blessings we have in our lives. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that gratitude and acceptance are crucial to living a peaceful and fulfilling life. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, fostering contentment and appreciation for the present moment. Acceptance, on the other hand, encourages us to embrace life as it is, without resistance or bitterness. The Stoics emphasize the importance of practicing gratitude, not as a fleeting feeling, but as a mindset that shapes our daily lives. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the beauty of life and the interconnectedness of all things, acknowledging the role that nature and the universe play in providing everything necessary for human flourishing. He would remind himself daily of the things he had to be grateful for, even in the midst of his duties as emperor. Practicing gratitude isn't limited to grand gestures or obvious blessings. It involves finding appreciation in the small, everyday moments. For instance, when you wake up in the morning, consider the gift of another day, the opportunity to learn, grow, and connect with others. When you eat a meal, appreciate the nourishment that sustains your body. Gratitude helps to cultivate a mindset of abundance, replacing feelings of lack with an awareness of all the good already present in your life. Acceptance, on the other hand, involves letting go of the need for control and surrendering to the flow of life. It's about recognizing that some things are simply beyond our ability to change or influence. Instead of resisting circumstances we cannot control, the Stoics teach us to accept them with grace. Epictetus explained, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This attitude helps us avoid frustration and despair, enabling us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. To practice gratitude and acceptance, take time each day to reflect on the things you're thankful for. It could be your health, relationships, opportunities, or even the lessons learned from difficult experiences. Also, cultivate acceptance by acknowledging when something is out of your control and releasing the urge to change it. Instead, focus on responding to the situation in a way that aligns with your values and character. By integrating gratitude and acceptance into our lives, we create a sense of peace and contentment that allows us to navigate even the most challenging circumstances with poise. These practices help us cultivate a deeper appreciation for life as it is, fostering happiness and resilience in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. 8. Master your emotions. Don't let them control you. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the mastery of emotions. While emotions are natural and an integral part of the human experience, Stoicism advocates for not letting them control our actions or decisions. This principle teaches us how to respond to situations calmly, with clarity and reason, rather than reacting impulsively based on our emotional state. The Stoics believed that unchecked emotions, such as anger, fear, or jealousy, could cloud our judgment and lead us to make decisions that don't align with our true values or long-term goals. The key to mastering emotions lies not in suppressing them, but in understanding their root causes and learning to manage them. For instance, when we feel anger rising, instead of letting it control our behavior, we can pause and examine why we feel angry. Is it because of a perceived injustice or an unmet expectation? By understanding the underlying triggers of our emotions, we can choose how to respond in a way that is constructive and aligned with our Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, constantly reminded himself to examine his emotional responses and detach from any irrational tendencies. He understood that his emotions were temporary and not indicative of his true nature. For example, if faced with criticism or an unfair situation, he would reflect on the impermanence of both the situation and his emotions, encouraging himself to remain calm and focused. This mindset allowed him to govern effectively and with wisdom, even under immense pressure. A powerful Stoic tool for emotional regulation is the practice of cognitive reframing. This involves challenging irrational thoughts that fuel negative emotions and replacing them with more realistic and constructive ones. For example, if you feel anxious about an upcoming event, instead of allowing that anxiety to overwhelm you, you can reframe the situation by focusing on the preparation you can control and reminding yourself that the event will eventually pass, regardless of how it turns out. To master your emotions, it's important to practice mindfulness and emotional awareness. Start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. When you experience a strong emotional reaction, take a step back and assess it. Ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to teach me? This reflection allows you to make a more intentional response rather than a reactive one. Over time, as you continue to reflect on and regulate your emotional responses, you'll find that you can maintain greater inner calm, even in stressful situations. By mastering our emotions, we free ourselves from the constant tug-of-war between our impulses and our rational minds. We become less susceptible to the whims of our feelings and more capable of acting in ways that align with our Stoic values, leading to a more deliberate, purposeful, and fulfilled life. The teachings of Stoicism offer timeless wisdom that can transform the way we live our lives. By embracing the core principles of Stoicism, such as focusing on what is within our control, cultivating resilience, mastering our emotions, and pursuing virtue, we can navigate the challenges of life with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. In a world often dominated by external pressures, fleeting pleasures, and uncertainty, Stoicism provides a framework for finding stability and fulfillment from within. One of the greatest gifts of Stoicism is its emphasis on personal responsibility. We are reminded that while we cannot control external events, we have the power to control how we respond to them. This freedom of choice enables us to act with wisdom, integrity, and resilience, no matter what life throws our way. By practicing emotional regulation, shifting our mindset, and focusing on our inner character, we gradually free ourselves from the turmoil of reactive emotions and fleeting desires. Living in alignment with nature, as the Stoics suggest, means accepting the natural order of life, understanding our place within it, and embracing our rational capacity to act virtuously. It encourages us to live in harmony with the world around us, focusing on what truly matters and contributing to the common good rather than seeking validation from external sources. The pursuit of virtue above all else becomes the guiding light in a world that often prioritizes material success and instant gratification. When we commit to cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we find ourselves on a path toward lasting happiness, not the kind that comes from fleeting external rewards, but the kind that arises from living a life of integrity, purpose, and inner peace. In the end, Stoicism teaches us that fulfillment does not come from avoiding challenges or seeking external comforts, but from cultivating inner strength and living in accordance with our true nature. It is a philosophy of empowerment, urging us to embrace the present moment, learn from adversity, and build a life that is guided by virtue and reason. By integrating Stoic principles into our daily lives, we can navigate the complexities of the modern world with wisdom and equanimity, leading to a more meaningful and resilient existence. The Stoic path is not always easy, but it offers a deeply rewarding journey toward a life of fulfillment, peace, and enduring happiness.